Hello, I'm Lesley Logan, co-founder of OnlinePilatesClasses.com, and I'm answering your questions live today, as I do every single Sunday. And today we're going to talk about how to create habits that stick. Before we get into that, I just want to say, if you have questions that you want me to answer, you drop them in a comment on any video. We put them in the lineup to answer on a live on Sunday. I can go into way more detail than just typing out the answer, because the truth is about Pilates is that it is very much dependent on your body, or if you're a teacher, the body that you're trying to teach. There's not a one size fits all, and that's really, really important to me. And the same thing goes for habits. Before I also get into how a habit that sticks, there's two things you can do. One, last week we actually dropped a entire thorough video on habits and habit formation and how that works. And I really hope you watch it. If creating habits, or you're someone who wanted to have a resolution this year, it's like a dirty word in my house, but like if you had a goal for this year and here I found out, like, Friday was like Quitters Day, quitting resolutions day. Here's the deal. You want to watch that more thorough video, so go check that out here on the channel. And then also, what I'm going to talk about is accountability and creating habits that stick. And it doesn't have to be an app or a tool. It can be a group of people. It can be us at OPC. We actually have a free challenge for our reformer lovers on how to create accountability to your reformer practice. And while it is going into week 3 this Wednesday for people who sign up in the beginning, you can actually sign up now. So if you go to opc.me/challenge, you can sign up today, and you're going to get tips on creating a habit with your reformer practice. It makes it really, really easy. I'm going to send all of those things to you regularly, so you have the accountability, and you have a partner in crime with that. Now, if you're an OPC member, a member of OnlinePilatesClasses.com, you have accountability already. We do that within the membership, and we do that with our community group, and answer your questions in there every single day. Now, let's talk about how to create a habit that sticks. I'm going to keep this really quick because we do have that longer video if you are really, really interested. But here is the deal. Too often you've made a habit that is either vague, a goal that's vague, or a desire to try something that's vague, or too big. So for example, I have a goal this year of reading more. Well, what is more? That's pretty vague. And what am I reading? So those are things you have to get more specific on. So more specifically, I want to read more books for fun. And more actually means sitting down and holding the book up myself. So one of the things you want to do is get very specific on the goal. And then you want to actually think about how you can make this easier. Okay, so for me, a friend gave me a book. Really freaking easy to read a book if a friend gave it to me. Okay. The other thing I did was make sure that I didn't put reading as part of my daily routine, because that's not easy for me right now. What is easy for me is to read on the weekends. And so I just said, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read for 10 minutes. And what ended up happening is that I kept reading because I had so much fun in doing it, right? The book happened to be really, really good. Had I had the timer at 10 minutes and go, oh, that's enough. That's enough. That's more. That's already more, right? That's already hitting the goal. So making it very specific, and then also not expecting yourself to do more than you said you would. Another goal that I had, I'm just going to share these with you because it's easy for you to hear, that all goals have to be about Pilates, is that I want to actually have more intentional hangouts with women who live in the same town as me. And so I am seeking out ideas and ways to do that. And one of those things was I set myself a thing to do this week, which is to reach out to these 3 women. And it so happened that another woman wanted to have coffee with me. And I said, hey, can we bring some other people? We're bringing them along. And we're actually saying, we invite them. We are trying to create a more consistent meetup group of women in business in this town. And so again, accountability and also specificity. Like, it's not just any woman, it's not for shopping, it's for women in business who live in this town. And so I want you to think about, like, what is it that you want? Was it to get healthier? What does that mean to you? Right? If it healthier means like eating more fruits and vegetables. Okay. So then what fruits and vegetables are you going to want to try to bring into into your household? And then what is more to you? Like, what does that look like? Is there a recipe? Can you make it super, super clear and super simple so that you can still do it on a busy day? That's why the accountability challenge, the first week when you sign up, is 10 minutes. Why? Because 10 minutes is less than 1% of your day. It's like 0.7% of your day, because 30 minutes is 2, right? So 2% of your day. So we made it really, really easy for you to do that. And then even though the time of the classes gets longer as the accountability challenge continues, if you just stick with 10 minutes, you've achieved your goal. And it's really, really important. This is the last thing I'm going to say about this, because again, if you want more thorough information on the science behind it, you need to celebrate that you did it, or that you thought about doing it. Okay. So I'll say this, the weekend before, I was in town and I had a day off and I didn't have a book with me. And I could have easily been like, oh, I wanted to read a book and I didn't bring one with me. Blah, blah, just like shame, 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 shame. What you're not seeing on this camera is our 14-year-old dog trying to visit and hang out with Brad and then knocking over a light. But Brad caught it. So, anyways, what I didn't do was do any of that because that's what we tend to do when we miss a goal. Instead, I was like, oh, I'm so proud of myself for thinking about this goal. Well, I'm just like, I can't wait for next weekend. I'm going to make sure when I get home, I'm going to put that book on the chair that I'm going to sit at when I read it. So I actually do have the book right on the chair. So it's really, really easy for me to read. So make it super easy, make it super clear, celebrate that you did it. And if you have Reformer access, go sign up for our challenge. If you don't, if it's after March, you can still sign up for the MAT challenge we're doing. It'll be the same link, opc.me/challenge. Y'all have an amazing day. Drop your comment, your questions you want me to answer in any of the comments on any video. My team and I will find those. Some upcoming lives we have are going to be about the Dowager hump. You can be really hunky with that hump. I'm also going to go into more detail about roll up. There's a lot of questions about the feet being pointed and flexed. I'm also going to go into some questions that have to do with like how to get more into your upper ab engagement, things like that. So it's all coming up in the next several Sundays. Join me here every Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much.